Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. It's going to be one of those Bozo the Clown days again. Humidity and my hair do not get along. So, I have a card for today from the Oracle of E deck by Pam Grout and Colette Barron Reed. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, and every day I show up here with words of wisdom to get us all off and running for a great day. So the Oracle of E deck, it's actually based on her book, E cubed, or E squared came first and then E cubed, which is really interesting reads. Good morning, Joe. Welcome. Glad you're here. And someone else popped in. No name showing up, but I'm glad you two are here. Oh, we're up to 3. Wonderful. Welcome, Mara. Welcome, welcome. So I like this card. This is going to be a good card for practicing today. It's the Oracle of E deck, and the card is laser beam. So we're going to be talking about focus. So let's just take a minute to get a little bit focused. So a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathing yourself fully present. I can feel my shoulders dropping on those. We had a little bit of a tense night with tornado warnings and things like such. Not a whole lot of branches down here, but I had a friend who lost a 100-year-old willow tree, and I saw quite a few videos of trees down or coming down, so that's kind of a bummer. But at least I guess there was some damage to a hospital in Wisconsin also, Mauston, Wisconsin, but haven't had a chance to read up on that yet. But Mother Earth is cleansing herself. On we go. Good morning, Luann. Oh, Luann says she still has no electricity. I think there's a fair number of folks who don't. So hopefully everybody will be getting back online. At least it's not going to be quite as hot today. It was supposed to be in the 90s again, but I think we're merely getting up into the upper 80s. Whatever. Give me a nice 65 and dry, and I'm a happy girl. So, laser beam. Bring your attention back to center. Back to your intention. So what is your intention for this day? What would you like to see happen with this day? How would you like to be, feel, etc. today? Setting an intention every day is a great habit to get into. Way to make sure a habit continues to happen, link it up with something you already do every day. So when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, to me that would be a fabulous time to set your intention for today. And it can be as general as today is going to be a good day, or as specific as I'm very focused today on getting A, B, and C done, or I'm just very focused today. As much specificity as you feel like you need, put it in there. You've been wavering a bit, but all it takes to achieve your desires is a little bit of concentration. Focus on what you want, okay? And again, I was reading Wayne Dyer last night and watching again how he was very methodical about setting his goals, but then following his heart. So when he wanted his first major book to be just that, a major book, he did a ton of legwork, and he was willing to go out of the cookie cutter mold that the publishing industry had set up and do it his own way, which didn't win him any friends in the publishing industry, but nonetheless accomplished his goal, which was widespread reading of his book. So what have you been wavering on? What have you been, well, maybe I really don't want that or need that, or maybe, whatever. What have you been a little wishy-washy about? Okay? Maybe take a few moments for quietness, stillness, going within, and discerning, is this still the goal I want to accomplish? All right? Let's just do that right now. I want you to close your eyes. Some nice deep breaths. Bringing your focus right here to center. I always like to imagine that I'm crossing my eyes a bit to look at my third eye, and then it kind of lights up within so that I know I'm present and focused. So just keep breathing. And I want you to just pose your question. Is this goal still something I'm wanting to attain? And then listen. Listen to the still inner voice within. And you might begin to feel a leaning one direction or another. Good morning, Robin. Glad you're here. So whichever direction you feel that lean, go with it. It may be subtle. That's okay. Just go with it. If you're meant to change directions, to course correct at some point, that will happen again. The secret is you consciously choosing to still yourself, to quiet yourself, however briefly, to get the guidance. All right, so I'm going to read that sentence again. You've been wavering a bit, but all it takes to achieve your desires is a little bit of concentration. Focus on what you want, then focus again with extra laser-like precision and clarity. Now, don't be surprised if your mind wanders quickly, because again, when we are aiming for something that might be out of our subconscious mind's comfort zone, our subconscious mind will put forth effort to derail us from focusing on that. So all of a sudden your foot might itch, or you might be thirsty, or geez, you got to go to the bathroom, or whatever it is to try to get you distracted off of whatever that is. Which is why I love, I'm going to show you one of mine here, Dream Plan Do, one of the little clips. Put things in there. Good morning, Kelly. Glad you're here. Put things in there that I want right in front of my face. Does that mean I'm actively hammering away at that in that moment? No. But when I glance over there, it's like, oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. Throughout the course of the day. So it keeps it in my mind. It keeps it in my mind. So what are some of the ones that I have lurking there right now? Signing up for the conference in Madison on intentional communities. I already planned my vacation. I am taking a vacation, an actual vacation. It's 3 days. 3 days. And that might not seem like a lot, but for me I don't do vacations much. So 3 days, yay me. And it's in the middle of nowhere. The place doesn't even have water. They have a 5-gallon bladder of water there for you to use while you're there. So I think me and TJ, we're going to have a great time, and he's going to have the opportunity to not get into too much trouble, which will be fabulous. So, but what are you wanting to focus on? What have you felt the focus wavering on? So put it there. Again, I like to imagine that I'm looking right through here, and I tend to see a lightness when I do that, and I can redouble my efforts with every breath. Most of the time for me, some of you are probably not as ADD as I am, but most of the time for me, I can maybe get 3 or 4 breaths in before my mind has wandered off somewhere. And if I'm meditating, then I'll just redirect. And I've gotten to the point where I don't beat myself up about it. It's just how my mind works. There was a descriptive theory at one point about hunters and gatherers, and that schools, education, etc. have been traditionally set up for gatherers, the people who do this thing. For hunters, school was not set up for us. Bonnie, come away from the window. Bonnie, sit down now. Bonnie, stop talking. But there's value in having hunters and gatherers, all right? Oh, I'm glad I'm a great way to start your day, Kelly. That is fabulous. I hope the rest of you feel that way too. But to me, this is a fabulous way to start my day because it sets a tone for me also. So I greatly appreciate meeting all of you here in cyberspace every day. So our last line on this. Good morning, Lori. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Our last line on this card, laser beam, is relish the sweet feeling of zeroing in on that finish line. And I'm going to suggest to you that that doesn't just mean a goal, because that's that divine masculine way of being. Set the goal, accomplish it, strive, do. But also it can be the divine feminine way, a goal being, I open myself to receiving. I imagine all that is. I expand my consciousness into the field of infinite possibilities. All of that stuff can be what you set your focus on too. So that is your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is taking some time to pause and refocus your attention, refocus on whatever goals you're wanting to achieve. And again, those goals don't have to be the divine masculine, make something happen. It can be the divine feminine, being more present, being. And I hear my dog having a fit, so I better go take care of him. Have an awesome day. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.